we're going to be in really, really good shape. It's going to be a lot easier too when we do this to get the club face squared up and be able to see maybe that golf ball draw a little bit as we go. All right, guys, so we're going to help you get rid of that over the top. Again, another massive issue that we're having. And no matter what you do, you can get fit, you can work on other things, but if you can't deliver the club with energy and efficiency, speed training, getting stronger, getting new clubs isn't going to help you. So you really want to start trying to figure out how to correct this so you can get an efficient transfer of energy into the golf ball, and that is going to help you with all of those other items. Those other things that you're doing are actually going to work. So we've got this crazy device. It's actually not that crazy. This is just a gear tie. We had this in our previous video. If you didn't see that about the lower body, that's actually going to really help with what we're doing here today. But this is a really versatile tool. If you don't have one of these, I'd recommend getting them. They're not that expensive, but getting one, this is actually two of them tied together because I got the big gun show, but we're actually getting these, and you can use a pool noodle. Like some people like, hey, can I do this? Whatever you need to do, whether it's a pipe cleaner, zip ties, whatever works, that's going to be fine. It's not really what it is. It's just how we're going to use it. Okay. So you can see I've got this secured around my bicep here. And so this actually works pretty well. This is my lead bicep. All right. And if we're going to work on not going over the top, what I'm going to do is get that secured. And then you'll see you kind of have to bend it a little bit. I want this kind of close to my chest as we go. And you can see that I don't want it actually touching my other arm, my trail arm, just yet. It doesn't have to. If it is, not the end of the world, but I think it actually can help you if it's not touching as we start, okay? Because what's going to happen is, as I go back through the swing, okay, I'm going to go back. What actually happens is the gear tie is actually touching my trail arm right now. It's actually touching right here, okay? And so that's a good thing. That means I've turned back, everything's working together, we're touching, okay? We're not doing anything crazy with our elbows, anything like that, okay? So it's just touching right here. And then here's going to be the big key. When I go to actually transition and swing it more from the shallow point of view, right? What's actually going to happen is, my goal is I want to work my right arm, my trail arm, underneath that gear tie. So you can see it's actually no longer touching. I'm not going out where it's touching, or I'm not even going out on the outside. You can see is the more I go out, I stay touching to that gear tie, right? Or I might even go over it. I want to go under it, okay? I want this arm to be bent, my trail arm to be bent as I go through, and it's staying underneath this gear tie, okay? And if I can do that, I'm going to be able to deliver the club with a good angle, a good path, and I'm going to be able to control it. If I have a face in a good spot, we're going to be in really, really good shape. It's going to be a lot easier too when we do this to get the club face squared up and be able to see maybe that golf ball draw a little bit as we go. Okay. Now when you finish, you'll feel it reconnect, and it's actually going to, just like we do on the backswing, we're just going to reconnect over here. But again, that transition phase is where we're going to get disconnected, and then we go through, and then our arms would reconnect into that finish. But it's a great way to get that club path and get the feeling of how you need to transition so you are swinging more from that inside instead of going over the top. So if you want to finally get rid of your over the top in 2024, that is going to be hugely important, is this gear tie, a great aid to use. I'd highly recommend it. Again, I recommend aids like the arm alarm, but if you're somebody that's going to be working from going over the top to the transition, going a little bit more shallow, one thing you're going to have to worry about is controlling your low point. That will start to move back. So it's a little bit easier to catch the ball a little fat, a little thin. So you want to master that low point. If you need help with that, we have a video right here where I talk all about that and ways that you can move that low point forward. So combining this drill with the low point will really help. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, all right? Peace.